I'm Shanti, and welcome to today's BK Chit Chat, which is on the occasion of this this month Global Yoga Bhatti. The Global Yoga Bhatti, they began, I think, during the time of the COVID pandemic, and they were a very good way in which all of the BKs around the world could focus on a particular topic and have meditation together. And I'm very pleased that senior brothers and sisters decided that we should continue this. And this month's theme is on the power of the gathering, and in particular, the experimentation of pure thought in the power of the gathering. So today's commentary is going to be on that theme. You can see the image in the background. Buddha invokes us into the subtle region, and he views us in our angelic form. And angels are often viewed in gatherings. And I think when we're talking about gatherings of angels, we're talking about the gathering of pure thought. Because what is an angel? An angel is made of pure thought, right? It's an energy of pure thought. And so as we improve the quality of our thinking, the more that we will access and develop our internal angelic stage as well. And it's this angelic gathering that's going to be needed by the world. In terms of pure thought, Buddha trains us each day. How do we improve the quality of our thoughts? Devi used to say that the checking we should all do is on the quality of our thinking. Is the way that I'm thinking worthy of me? Is the way that I'm thinking worthy of Baba? And that's how we check. He used to say that the difference between someone who is like a subject level deity compared to a king like deity is just the quality of their thinking. So would say it's our thoughts that make us into king. And so this topic of pure thinking is a very important one. My experience is that we have to use the different points of knowledge in order to change the way that we think. If we just let our thoughts run free and we keep the points of knowledge in the locker of our intellect, then we will never change. Our foundation for change is our thoughts. Our thoughts must change first. And then we need yoga, Baba's remembrance, to change our feelings. My experience is the knowledge on its own doesn't seem to change feelings. Human beings have powerful emotions, powerful feelings. To be human means to have emotion. And so a lot of these feelings, they're linked with the body, they're linked with our past, samskar, old nature. So they can be very deep. And they don't just go because we know some new facts, some new philosophy. We've known a lot even on the path of Bhakti. We've had many good points in our intellect, but it doesn't necessarily make us feel any different. And it's actually yoga, in my experience, that changes feeling. So together with those thoughts, that's also the true feeling. In Hindi, the word for mind is man. And when you use the word man in Hindi, you can mean either the mind or the heart, depending on the context, and often both ways. When we use the word mind in English, we usually mean the mind or the intellect. And we can use them interchangeably. It's a different culture. So when we think of the mind in English, we tend to connect it more with intellectual thought, but the word being used in the Moli, mind, implies more feeling, thoughts, so thoughts and feeling. So that's why the pure thoughts and the pure feeling, they're the two aspects of the mind. And then my experience is it's only when feelings change that attitudes change. Attitudes can be very deeply ingrained, like an engraving in stone. So for them to change, for them to shift, can be very, very difficult, very difficult. So feelings will loosen attitude and enable attitudes to change. And then only when attitudes change do and styles change. Otherwise, if we haven't changed our thoughts and feelings and attitudes, we're only really suppressing ourselves. Those sanskars are there, they will emerge again. But for that real deep, genuine transformation, we're going to have to change thoughts, feelings, and attitudes. So in today's yoga experimentation and across this weekend, we're thinking about each of us taking responsibility for the atmosphere in our own mind, in our own heart. And if each of us is creating a pure atmosphere inside of ourselves, and for that, we're going to have to tolerate, we're going to have to accommodate, we're going to have to oversee other people's weaknesses and behaviors to keep our mind pure and positive. And if each of us does this, then that's going to strengthen the gathering. The other symbol of the gathering that Baba was referring to this week is the symbol of the rosary. And in one of the Avyat points, Baba was saying that the beads of the rosary have to touch each other. You can't just have an independent bead from there. You have to come into the rosary. And it's those pure feelings that's the thread between it. Otherwise, if we don't have those pure thoughts and those pure feelings, we're not connected with each other. There's no rosary. We're just scattered beads. But scattered beads are not worship. It's a rosary that's worship. And if we think about it, most of the world, it works in rosary. In modern language, we call it network. So you work in teams, you work in a family is a rosary. Work colleagues are rosaries. Sports teams are rosaries, right? Everything works in rosary. But in the Iron Age, those rosaries break very easily, don't they? But that is saying you're now going into the rosary of Vishnu. And the rosary of Vishnu doesn't break. It lasts for half cycle. And so it all starts from now. And for that, we're going to have to prioritize harmonizing our styles with each other above everything else. That's been the theme of this month. And that will mean letting other people win. So I'm going to have to purify my thoughts, my feelings, and my attitudes. And only then can I change my style and harmonize with others. When Devi Janki named the Leicester Centre Harmony House to explain But in Hindi, harmony means to accept defeat. Harmony. And she said, if you want harmony, you have to accept defeat. You can't win all the time. You have to let other people win. You have to let them win even when they're wrong. And so this takes a really deeply pure feeling because if I feel I'm going to lose something, I won't. I'll be firm in my attitude. I won't drift. I won't change. But that is saying you're going to have to harmonize to make their sense true. So for all of us this month, the power of the gathering, it comes back down to our thoughts and our feelings. And am I making them very, very pure and very, very light? Because karmic accounts make us heavy. And if I'm heavy, I make you heavy. And heaviness is the sign of the iron age. Iron is heavy. But angels are light. So the challenge of confluencing is when there's all these karmic accounts, can I still be light? This is the sign of power. But now let's go into meditation commentary. So make your body comfortable. That's always the beginning of every meditation commentary. Become aware of your breathing. And take your attention to the center of your forehead. Baba reminds us that children, you're a soul. The soul is the seed. The body is the tree. This great big body has expanded over the years. We got a brain that's like roots. We got a spine and a torso that's like the trunk. We've got arms and legs, which are like the branches. We've got fingers and toes like twigs. So this is a very big tree. And over the years, the tree decays. But Baba reminds us that we are the soul, we are the seed. This body belongs to nature, but I, the soul, am spiritual. I, the soul, don't die because I am eternal. I was never born, so I cannot die. The body comes from nature and it will go back to nature. And so I stabilize my mind in thoughts of the soul. These are pure thoughts. These are spiritual thoughts. These are thoughts of light. And they make me light. As I think of myself as a soul, I'm reminded that I, the soul, am a being of peace. I, the soul, am a being of light. I, the soul, am a being of light. And I remind myself that in my essence, I am peaceful. I am powerful. I am loveful. And I am light. And that peacefulness, that powerfulness, that lovefulness, that light is like rays of different colors emerging from the soul. And I watch those rays spread around my whole body. And from my body, they spread into the room. And from the room, they spread into the atmosphere outside. I am a pure and divine soul. I, the soul, am an ancestor angel for humanity. I am one of the original souls in this drama. So my thoughts are very powerful. And I'm not alone. I am part of a clan of ancestors. So my thoughts reach out to all the other BKs around the world who this weekend are participating in this global battle. And all of our thoughts of light, they combine. And I can view my rays of light merging with other Brahmins' rays of light, forming an aura, forming a canopy over the world. Baba's expectation of the ancestor souls is that we serve through our mind. He says that others can be mind. They can serve through words. But in order to serve through the mind, you need a certain level of knowledge, purity, and yoga. So only the ancestor souls have thoughts that can reach around the world. And Baba says this is the need of the time. And our thoughts reach up to Bapdada. Bapdada is like a constant Father Christmas, giving gifts, giving attainments in the subtle region. Baba always says he's decorating the children. So what does Baba decorate us with? He decorates us with spiritual attainment. In the subtle region is your angelic form. It's in front of Baba all the time. And Baba is giving you drishti in the subtle region. And through his drishti, there's rays of light coming into your angelic form. And you slip into that dress, into your angelic form. And you take that drishti from Baba. Baba's drishti is so loving. He has such high vision of you. He's seeing potential in you that no one else can see. And his love has so much power in it. This is the beauty of Baba. Other people's love is not powerful and it doesn't empower. But Shiv Baba and Brahma Baba's love gives you the 8 powers as well. And through Baba's thought, he's giving you blessings. Those blessings are filling inside of you. And you can feel Baba saying, use those blessings for yourself and for others, and they will become yours. And as we take that drishti from Baba, we look deeply into Baba's eyes. And what do we see in Baba's eyes? We see the globe of the world. We can feel that Baba is thinking about the whole world. Shri Baba is the father of the unlimited. So all souls are his. They're his children. So he's definitely concerned about that. For Shiv Baba, the sorrow of his children is unbearable. But he can't interfere with the drama. He knows it's the irony. And his wish is to make it easier for soul's mind. He knows this is the end of the Iron Age, the time of settlement. This is the time when there's distraction in the world. We can see that ourselves. All souls are settling their karma. Some souls are settling karma with their physical body. Some souls are settling karma with other souls. Some souls are settling karma with the elements of nature. And some souls are settling karma with their own mind. And many people, it's all four together. So it's very intensive. We know that there are not many births left now. There's not so much time left in the drama to take many births. So souls cannot settle karma slowly. They can't take many births and settle their karma gradually. This is why this time is very intensive. Souls are settling their karma in those categories quickly, all in one lifetime. At such a time, Baba is expecting us to stay in Baba's remembrance and to become lighthouses. And what does Baba say makes the lighthouse? In our right eye is the soul world, the land of liberation, Mukti Dham, Nirvana. In our left eye is the golden age, Satya, Sukhdam, the land of happiness. This morning's Murli was all about the contrast between the kingdom of Ram and the kingdom of Rama. So we can see the globe in Baba's eye as we look deeply into his eye. And in our eyes, we emerge the light of the soul world in the right eye and the light of the golden age in the left eye. In the right eye is the silence of the soul world. In the left eye is the happiness of heaven. And looking at Baba, we look at the globe inside of his eye. And we share the light and the vibrations of silence and happiness. And we give every soul the thought that it's now time to claim your inheritance. Do you want liberation? Or do you also want liberation in life? And as we send that thought into humanity, it will reach the subconscious mind of soul because we are ancestors. Our thoughts get amplified. So let's spend a few minutes now in silence, sending those thoughts to all souls around the globe. keeping the land of liberation in one eye and the land of liberation and life in another eye. And the image of Dada looking down on us from the subtle region. I can feel how it unlocks an unlimited feeling within our heart. Like it builds our capacity to care about the whole world. So these global meditations are important, and Baba encourages us to stay in this practice throughout the day whenever we can. Keep our mind and intellect in the unlimited. So keeping those awarenesses, we'll stop today's meditation commentary and say Om Shanti. And those of you who are here, if anyone would like to share any thoughts or experiences, any reflection, please feel welcome to do so.
Shanti, today's commentary was an eye-opener. It's different to the regular commentary I've been hearing, and it's also deep lessons in there, at least for me. So I appreciate this Bhatti a lot this morning. It's one I'm going to be listening to over and over. I know that. So I'm just very thankful that we had this Bhatti today. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sister. That's good. It was one of those where I hadn't planned it, you just sort of whatever emerges. And so I was sort of doing the commentary as words were coming out of my mouth, sort of like I'm following the commentary myself, sort of as things emerge from your mouth. So yeah, I also enjoyed that. And whatever then was the feeling, it was just like things are just naturally occurring in my mind, and then I just was sharing that. And whatever I was thinking, like I looked in Baba's eyes and I saw the glow. So I thought, let me share them. And so that these were new things as well, and it just emerged naturally.
I too also felt the newness in it, and to be able to serve in this unlimited way, it became for me really, really more natural. It wasn't forced or anything, having to force myself to feel or to see. It was so easy to connect, especially when you start to connect with the global family, Bhatti. It instantly became even more powerful, and the raise, because at the initial start, when you started the commentary, I was visualizing you in the subtle region with Bab Dada, saying what you had to say, and then connecting. So I saw it as you were not there physically in your space, but you were in the subtle region. And the connection and the energy that I felt was really, really powerful. And it became really easy to spread the vibration. So naturally it came, the scenes in front of my eye where I was serving, yes, the globe, but there were individual places that came automatically, like the neighbors around, then the country, then certain areas within the world. It just came naturally without being forced. So I really felt that this meditation came just the word to describe it all naturally, nothing forced. And I felt that energy being so powerful. And I've always had the thought, when Baba used to say, you hear the cries and the sorrow of the world. And when you said that, it became even more concentrated, to serve this sorrow that is happening within this world. Thank you for that, brother.
I think it's also a good example because, like you said, you were emerging me in the subtle region, and I was just like I said, it was unplanned commentary. So probably that vision helped my mind and intellect just get. And I also felt the greater connection, like with the family today than probably we've had. Like, I mean, it's always been nice, but probably in previous months I've not felt as connected with the global BK family today. And I think that's probably an indication that how we can help each other with vision and thoughts and influence each other in a positive way. Thanks for that. Aruna Ben's in the room. You might not hear us. I'll just use you share and then I'll repeat it. So Erna Ben saying she took the opportunity after a long time to have a Betty like this and come into Baba's home, and she feels like Baba's blessings are falling on her. And it was a very powerful, relaxed experience as well. She feels very relaxed. So thank you. Thanks for coming as well. Yeah. Would anyone else like to share anything?
I'd like to thank you because as at Birmingham, we don't have much of an opportunity now. We haven't got a family proper gathering place. And it's something that I can play over and over again and enjoy that lightness that I've experienced. And so what we've got is a Zoom, and I'm grateful for it. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you, sister. So, yes, well, thank you all very much for participating. And as you say, I mean, meditations are all about repetition, really, aren't they? Like this type of combined yoga is very important for showing us what's possible. And then it's actually when we're on our own that we might have to try a little harder. But then you're making it your own. So once we can make something our own, we can just click into that. It's all about practice. There's no other way of doing this. But coming into the gathering and having yoga just gives us a little bit of extra help and shows us what's possible. Lady Jenki used to say quite often that her yoga was different when she was alone compared to being in the gathering. And I think most of the time she would have had like Amrit Vela on her own, or pretty much on her own. And then later on in the gathering in the day, she would have had like evening meditation or class time meditation. And so she was pointing out as well that it's like we've almost got to take the benefit of each differently, not seeing it all the same. Like there's a benefit to sitting on your own, there's a benefit to being in the gathering, there's a benefit to the morning meditation, there's a benefit to the yoga before morning, benefit to the yoga after morning, benefit to the traffic control, benefit to the evening yoga. And so it's not like we should just think I'm just having yoga. But actually, let me take the benefit of each type of it, each time of yoga as well. So thank you all for attending. And the final thing to share, I mean, Aruna Ben had a physical Toby. So Ella Ben will be passing it on to Nina Ben on Wednesday. So you will get, hopefully, some Mother Ben Toby. I think you might have already had some before anyway. But we returned from a trip to New York just last week, well, we Boston, Chicago, and New York. But we make a point of trying to have a couple of days with mainly DD, take our sustenance. We haven't made it across to Motherban this year, so we very much went with that mindset. That it's like a Motherban for us. And it was very special. We were there on a Wednesday evening. And it's very intimate. There's like 5 of us in the room. And then like 6, and then the next day was the Borg offering as well. So what she did was she gave totally for the local BKs at Coventry, Rugby and Birmingham. But then she's also given blessing cards. And it was quite funny how it went. Like she was giving totally like apples to everyone. It was a thing. And somehow I had the thought that they wouldn't give me totally. And instead they gave me like hundreds of blessing cards. And these are like new packs of blessing cards. They come in a very nice pack from Motherboard. I don't know if maybe some of you have these. And I was just reading, like there's like an instruction card as well with these, how to use this blessing pack. And it was like linked with this morning blessing in the morning as well. Or that was saying you've got to use these things. Don't just keep these blessings. And then your life will get better and easier. So it says keep these blessings in a decorative bowl at home or work. Family or colleagues can pick a card daily, returning it to the tray for others to open. The card chosen might launch a beautiful conversation. Give the cards away to souls you meet, a single card to transform someone's day. Now, this is the Avyakti Parivar, which is like the group of sustenance, the online sustenance group in the US. So they've had this blessing card pack made in Motherback, and they come in packs of 100. So Aruna Ben is going to get one. I'm just going to ask Ranjan Ben to pick one for all of you. And this is for all of the deeper journey into you with their blessing. And you could even practice this in your yoga bhakti today as well. Ranjan Ben will read you your blessing.
Bala's blessing for all of us, and especially all of you. With every step towards self-acceptance, your beauty emerges like a pure diamond in the night. With every step towards self-acceptance, your beauty emerges like a pure diamond in the night. So let's just contemplate what Baba means and put it into a practical life and action. It's like clearing the food and then making it have a blood, when we chew and nourishing, it nourishes the body and turns into the blood in every way. So this blessing should work like that.
Well, you've got a very profound blessing.
So it's a self-acceptance. Your beauty emerges like a pure diamond in the night. So that's a nice way of showing who made us and revealing Baba after that.
Yeah. And sometimes it's easier for us to accept our human side and less our divine side. I think this blessing is geared towards that. So, Om Shanti, everyone. Have a great week. Thank
Brother,
you.
can you snap it and send it for us?
Yeah, sure. Can do that.
Thank you so much. Hi.
Oh, Milletman, did you go on Sunday? Did you meet Dadi Mohini on Sunday?
No, because Frank got ill that Saturday night, so I couldn't leave.
So another